in a few weeks or days time. It's not gonna happen. No? It took years to damage that kidney, and it will take years. But you can lower creatinine. Mag-sweat out ka lang ng mga 3 hours, 4 hours, bababa na yun eh. But tomorrow it will go up. And even if you have a normal creatinine, remember, by the time mag-abnormal yung creatinine, 80 to 90% ng damage. So let's say, 10% yung nagtatrabaho, mataas pa rin creatinine mo. And naging 30%, bababa na yung creatinine mo. But that doesn't mean normal yung kidney mo. It only means you're able to get the creatinine down. Pero may lamat pa rin siya. May damage pa rin siya. So, then protein is low protein diet, because if you take too much protein, too much fat, toxin yun, mahirapan ang kidney. And then, yun nga. So, the patient is thin, dark, dehydrated like a prune, no? Parang prune siya eh, no? And smells of urine. If you come near them, may ano siya, may aura ng amoy ihi siya, mapanghi siya. Kasi he's not able to eliminate it. And they look like zombies, no? Pangit ang itsura na. Living dead, oh, walking dead, no? Walking dead. Okay, so what do we do then? We detoxify. Kasi ito po ang forte ng alternative medicine. Clean up the toxins. So how? Well, we have 6 organs of elimination, di ba? So what we did is this. Yan. Doon sa tubig, we look for other areas where it will eliminate toxins. So with the toxins, instead of dialysis, we made the skin, no? The liver, the lungs, the kidney, no? The lymphatics, yung mga kulani, no? The colon, eliminate. Kasi instead of doing a peritoneal dialysis that you put the fluid in and you've got the rectal area, di ba? Parang ganun din po yun, like a peritoneal dialysis, except you're going through the natural route, no? So, pwede mong ilabatibay ng 3 times, 4 times, mag-eliminate siya. Di ba, when you have loose bowel movement, you get dehydrated. So, you're doing something like that when you do an enema. So, we did this, no? Kumbaga, if the kidneys can filter 100% of the blood, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, these organs can do it too. Yung trabaho ni Pedro, pwedeng tulungan ni Marco, ni Santiago, ni Judas, no? But they have their own work to perform. So magdo-double time ngayon sila. Para hopefully, matulungan nila yung silang kidney. If the doors is closed, you open the windows. Yan, sabi ng kanta, when God closes the door, He opens the window, no? Then doon sa tubig, I can give fluid na. If I will make you sweat out 2 to 3 or 4 hours, you better drink lots of fluid, di ba? So mga 8 to 10 glasses inaalaw ko po, no? And pag nag-sweat out ka, babagsak yung asin sa katawan mo, salt will go down. So therefore, I give salt. And since you have adequate water, then you can take herbal medicine. But you better check laboratory lagi, no? And then do sa red blood cell, you can have transfusion. You still will need to do the injection. But you give green juices. Yung pasyente po na ayaw magpa-inject, dinaan niya sa ampalaya juice. He started juicing his ampalaya. Nagtaas yung CB, yung red blood cell po niya. Hindi na siya kinailangan mag-inject. Kasi ampalaya is a blood purifier and a blood builder. Yan. Ang galing ng Panginoon, di ba? Pero mapait siya. Ang galing ba ng Panginoon pag ganun? No? You ask God, someday, you'll say, Lord, bakit yung masasarap ang ibinabawal? At bakit po yung mapapait, yung maasim, maanghang, yaki? Yun ang medicinal. Maybe God is trying to teach us something, no? Okay, man does not live by bread alone or food alone, no? So, anyway, detoxification. Tapos, yung sa high blood, di herbal. Diba? Doon sa toxin, kasama yung cleansing diet dyan. Kasama mga cleansing modalities mo. And we talk about detoxification before. Yun sa mga baguhan, we'll just pass through it, no? And sa protein is vegetable sources, no? So every cell in the body is capable of maintenance, healing, repair, if you have the proper building material, environment, and if you eliminate waste material completely. So, nagbibigay ng warning ang katawan natin kung toxic na yung katawan natin. And there are cleansing things that we do. Cleansing diet, fasting. You know, gusto nyo pababa yung sugar nyo, yung cholesterol, uric acid, you go on a fast. Bababa po siya. You can actually put a patient with the creatine in the side on a fast and the creatine will go down. But you watch it closely. No? Mahal ba yung fasting? Oh, fascinating, di ba? Fascinating. Pero sabi ng isang patient, we had two young men. One is 18 years old, the other was 22 years old. So they came at separate times. After 3 days of a cleansing diet, sabi niya, ayoko na to. I don't want this anymore. Get me money to do transplant. I will eat whatever I want. 3 days he's dead. No? Sad to say that's the same thing that happened with the 18-year-old guy. So it was fascinating. No? These people destroy their kidneys through wrong lifestyle and are not willing to sacrifice to regain it or even get improvement. So how will God give us healing if we messed up this body temple He gave us? He's not going to give us a better body, di ba? So there is an element of sacrifice when you're asking God for something. Huh? Okay, then amino acids. So may mga supplements that we give, and what we're trying to give you is just the basic out view. Okay, so why do we need cleansing diet? Obviously, toxic yung patient with kidney to speed up absorption of food, because if you don't speed up absorption of food, it ferments, it rots, it putrefies, no? Putrefies. Then you conserve vital energy. Kung masyadong sticky at malapot yung food mo, your intestine is not going to have a hard time passing it through, and then you end up with gas, you end up with so many things, and it sticks there as a toxic residue. To clean up the blood and the system, purity to develop willpower. Your mind can dictate healing. So when you are telling a patient, don't do this, don't do that, he can follow his own way, no? But he will try to control himself because the doctor told him, don't eat that, or don't take this. So your willpower becomes strong. Pretty soon, it can dictate to the body what it wants to do, no? Pag sinabi ng mind na, I can do this, he can do it. Pag sinabi ng mind na, well, I'm old, you know, you finish college and I want to go tomorrow, he will go, no? It's that fast, no? Then it shortens the time that the food comes in and goes out. Yeah. So raw vegan diet. Well, of course, we concentrate more on the vegetable than the fruits, because the fruits will be a source of high potassium, no? So we concentrate more on the vegetables as a builder. Raw food can regenerate and repair damaged tissues with God's grace, no? So, mas madali, it's easier for us to lower creatinine than to regenerate the kidneys. But there have been regeneration. There are things that can be done. But if the patient is picky with his food, he's gonna fail. Yeah. So we tell them, just do dialysis, no? Okay, so it's cell food, it's proper nutrients, enzymes, fiber, it's living food. If I were to take carrots and plant it, it will grow. If I were to cook that carrot, plant it, it will not grow. Ano meron dun sa raw carrot na wala dun sa cooked carrot? Life. Yes, life. Life begets life. You got dead cells or almost dying cells, you give living nutrient, and with God's grace, that cell is going to repair, or at least improve. Then liquid diet. So if your food is in a blended form, then it's easy to absorb, easy to eliminate. Diba? Walang masyadong creatinine production yun because it's so easy to eliminate. You may not be able to eliminate through the kidneys, but you can eliminate through the skin and maybe to the large intestine. So it helps for faster healing. But you have to watch the input of the fluid and how much you're eliminating. No? Baka ma-overload ka. Magmamana siya, no? Mag-edema. If you want a copy, you can ask the... Di ba? Yeah, she will give you. We are open with our information. Then water diet, yung fasting. No? But you have to have complete bed rest and you have to watch really closely. Pag matindi po yung kaso, pinagwa-water fast ko. We have now a patient, a 15-year-old boy with a big mass here. They wanted to amputate. So, and then chemotherapy, but no hope was given. So, they came to us. I think 4th day niya ng fasting. I was not here, I left yesterday. So, I'm interested to see how he is tomorrow. I believe it will be smaller. He was in pain kasi, he's so much pain. The other day, before I went to Manila, wala ng pain. So the fasting is working. But I put IV fluid. There's no sugar in there. It's for psychological reason lang, no? Kala niya may pagkain siya doon. No, it's just water. Okay, so for those who ever end up that way, I hope you forget that. It's a psychological thing, you know? Okay, and then modified diet, yung evening meal mong babaguhin. It can be a fruit diet in the evening, or salad, or liquids, or juice, or just water. Why? So that your liver is going to be able to clean the blood better at night. So the concept, I don't know if you can read this, clean up the system to decrease dialysis sequence. What do I mean by that? Halimbawa, Monday, Wednesday, Friday ang dialysis mo, no? And ang creatinine mo is 1,000. Bumaba siya ng 800 or 700 after dialysis. By Wednesday, 1,000 na naman yan eh. No? And so on and so forth. But what if, pagbaba ng 800, nag-charcoal wrap ka, nag-steam bath ka, napababa mo yung ano niya until Tuesday ng 800, and then Wednesday 800 pa rin siya. Then you did dialysis again. Baba siya ng 600. Then you are able to do natural things until Friday na 600 siya or 700, napababan pa siya by dialysis. Eventually, the patient is off his dialysis. Yeah. But actually, yung 1,000, pwede mo pa ba yan by rigid sweating. Kaya lang, some patients are not able to tolerate the long sweating while they're lying on their back. No? Nahihirapan sila. One of the hardest thing to do is not move or not do anything for several hours. So, and one of the techniques we do is the cellophane wrap. So, may charcoal na yung katawan mo, naka-cellophane wrap ka, gusto mo kamutin yung ilong mo, you know, it seems you feel so many things you want to do because it's so hard to just sit still or keep quiet. No? So, nahirapan po sila. It depends on your creatinine. Kung 300 lang creatinine mo, mag-jogging ka lang, mag-steam bath, okay na. But 400, 500, medyo longer siya. Steam bath, you can only do steam bath mga 25 minutes 20 to 30, di ba? So, it's not enough to lower a super high creatinine. But what I did with the quadruple heart bypass patient is I had them buy a sauna suit. Yung sauna suit po, para siyang pajama, you wear it, pwede na maski 2 hours, 3 hours ka magsuot noon, di ba? Pwede ka nang gumalaw noon kung gusto mo gumalaw. Then we try to increase the kidney's functional part and reverse the damage. So we do energy enhancement, acupuncture, we give stem cell or growth factors. But we didn't have growth factors then. Now we do, no? 2003, nag-start po kami use stem cell. But before that, the patient I was telling you about, it was not even 2003, 2004. Then bioxydative therapy, hyperbaric chamber, liquid oxygen, then colloidal silver, raw food. So these are some of the things we do to help reverse or at least increase the functional capability of the kidneys. So herbal therapy, we give some blood cleansers, no? Ampalaya would be good, no? Makabuhay, ampalaya, malunggay, no? We give charcoal, because charcoal can absorb toxins out. We give blood builders, all the green things, they can build up the blood. Stimulant para may energy yung pasyente kasi papapawisin mo siya ng 2 to 3 or 4 hours. He needs energy to be able to do that, no? Because you would see them really walking so living dead po talaga, no? Then we give ginseng, energize them. For heart and blood pressure, we change their herbs, no? Siling labuyo, luya, bawang, celery, ano ba sa Tagalog yun, no? And then for the kidney, to help the kidney, pito-pito, buhok ng mais, and some other exotic things. Usually, you can go to healthy options. They would have kidney herbs, they would have blood purifiers. So, isasama mo lang siya do sa physical therapy that you're doing and the diet. And then stem cell, if you have, lifestyle therapy, decrease oxygen, then something just to boost the immune system kung yung immune system lang yung umatake. See, yung third cause of kidney damage is yung pong immune system like lupus or nephrotic disease, inaatake yung kidney. So, ang binibigay ng medicines to give steroids to destroy the immune system. In alternative medicine, we don't want to destroy the immune system. We want to rehabilitate it. Ibalik mo yung balance, ibalik mo yung lakas niya. Opo, ayaw namin yung sisirain yung immune system. Palakasin mo yung immune system. Kasi kung matino yung immune system, hindi siya mang-atake ng good cells. So, as a rule, as I said, patients are limited yung fluid, yung asin, yung potassium, no? At dahil yung herbs mataas sa potassium, it should be carefully observed. Ang natural program, pwede ka lang mag-herbal kung kompleto ang tubig mo. Pwede ka lang magtubig kung nailalabas mo. Pag nailalabas mo, bantayin mo yung asin, baka bumagsak. Naintindihan niyo po yung progress, no? So, kung alam po niyo yan, then you can guide someone whose kidneys are malfunctioning. So, ulit, I'll repeat, no? You can only do a natural program using herbal medicine, which is rich in potassium, if you can drink enough water. You can only drink enough water, mga 8 to 10 glasses, if you can eliminate it through the urine, through the skin, through the colon, and so on. Kailangan ilabas mo. And if you're doing that, you should watch your sodium. Kasi if you're sweating so much, your salt will go down. So you're allowed to take salt. So big difference from the medical way. So pag let's say you come to a doctor, a conventional doctor, Dok, maganda po ba itong mag-inom ng herbal na to for the kidney? They don't know that. No? Dok, paano po yung steam bath? Pwede po ba sa patient? Again, they don't know about cleansing. Dok, I'm giving the patient these herbs, let's say Life Enzyme. Don't ask a conventional doctor's alternative things, no? You're asking for heartache, no? Para ka nagtanong sa karpintero mo tungkol sa kotse mo, no? It was never taught in med school, and I don't know if they will continue teaching it, but it's really, and the older the doctor, the more rigid the mind, no?
Yes.
You can't teach all dogs new tricks, no? Or all dogs new things. Now their mind is really that, no? So remember po yan, remember. So ito po yung different organs of elimination. So these are just some things. We do skin brushing, hydrotherapy, charcoal, no? Mud packs. So you can use uling and putik. And at the turn of the century, there's a place called Battle Creek Sanitarium in Michigan. And when they have patients with liver disease or kidney disease, ang binabalot sa katawan po is mud, no? Clay. Yan, clay therapy. So then the lungs and the skin and the intestines, no? Kidneys, sirasya, so liver. Then these are just some of the techniques we're using: hydrotherapy, charcoal therapy. So these are a little bit more detailed, no? But let's dinaanan natin yung kanina, yung pinaka-basic. So water therapy. So ito po yung charcoal therapy. Charcoal is without competition as an agent for cleansing and assisting the body to adsorb, hindi po absorb, adsorb, dumidikit siya, no? Germs, viruses, poison, harmful chemicals, drugs, toxins, and bacteria. We were featured at Lifestyle with Lucy Torre before. Nagpunta sila yung notebook ba? What's that? Reporter's notebook. So they went, they interviewed us, they took a video of us doing a charcoal wrap. Then may patient na nag-testimony na bumaba yung creatinine niya, and so on and so forth. After that, they took a doctor and asked him about what we're doing. And the doctor said, it's baloney, no? They didn't even have me talk with the doctor, no? The doctor just looked, we're using charcoal for antidote for poisoning in the hospital, and that's all we're using it for. If anybody tells you otherwise, it's baloney. That's what he said. I was so angry. So now we find, no, that nephrologists are prescribing a type of medicine from Japan. It costs about 200 to 300 per sachet. And when you eat, you put it on the food or take it after meal. And when I look at what it is, nakalagay doon, granulated, no, carbon. It costs 200 to 300. Is a few years, 1 year, 2 years ago, no? And they're buying it from Japan, no? And the Japanese are getting the charcoal from our niyog, no? Our buko thing, no? So, hindi ba nakakainis yun? Yes. So, anyway, again, you can't teach all dogs new tricks, no? So, we do fever bath, you know? We do charcoal pack. I mean, it's so simple. So simple. Yeah, ma'am. So, this is what I'm saying, no? Kung 300 to 400, outpatient lang yan. We just tell you, buy a sauna suit Get a swimming pool, inflatable pool, put water there, several sacks of salt, and soak in there for 1 to 2 hours. So the salt, the hypertonic solution will leach out toxins and you keep drinking, no? So yun, hindi babagsak yung sodium mo, no? Or you can just wear your sauna suit and maybe watch television and drink something spicy, maybe salabat with siling labuyo there to make you sweat out more, no? Now, some of the patients who's been doing dialysis for years or a long time, or maybe at least within a year, and are limiting and is limiting their fluid, hindi na nagsusweat sila. Their skin sweat glands are maybe, I don't know, atrophied or damaged. So what we do is we scrub with salt or maybe loofah brush to open up the skin more, no? Then they have to drink water because maybe they're not sweating because they're not drinking enough. So pagka may 400 to 500, inpatient siya, if with complication, pag wala, sige, sa labas lang din yan. No? You can still do it. But if it's more than 500, they have to be inside. Kasi it's really hard. Okay, and then if it's more than 700, do dialysis. I may do the program in between the dialysis. I don't really want to be responsible for, but the thing is, we were given by the Lord the program, and baka magalit sa atin ng Panginoon if we don't do this, di ba? Alisin yung talent if we don't use it. That's why we're sharing it to everybody so that the work will be less, di ba? If the doctors don't want it, then learn it, no? Napaka, you know, kaya nyo gawin yan, no? Di ba? Yan. Please, just learn it and do it, no? Okay, so diet, low fat, low protein, breakfast at lunch, kung hindi naman masyadong payat, they can eat solid. Yung dinner, before 6 or blend it, no? In between, they can take their vegetable juices. Then, yung mga paglinis ng dugo, liver enhancer, etc., no? You can use the herbs. Then, physical therapy, papawisin mo, balutin mo ng putik, di ba? Napakamura po ng putik. So, punta kayo ng Pinatubo, kuha kayo ng putik doon, o tabing dagat, tabing ilog. Or you get your sauna suit, or you get your plastic and do wraps, no? You go to the nearest beauty salon, no? Spa. Most of the spa treatments are detoxification treatments. So, they can help you with that, no? Then, stimulate bowel elimination, then test. Yung asin po, you test it regularly, mga every 3 days, 4 days. Pag okay na siya, pwedeng weekly na lang. Then CBC monthly. So, this is a poem from somebody, a famous author, no? May tingin yung pangalan. He's a very, very famous author. Sabi nito, last night as I lay sleeping, I died, or so it seemed, that I went to heaven only in my dreams. Then St. Peter met me there at the pearly gate, said, I must check your record, please stand here and wait. Then sabi ni St. Peter, your record is covered with terrible flaws. On earth, I see you labored for every losing cause. I see you drink alcohol, drugs, smoke. You've done everything a good man should never do. We can't have men like you here. Your life is full of sin. Then he read the last of my record. He said, come in. Took me to the big boss, said, take him in, treat him well. He suffered from kidney failure. He's done his time in hell. Diba? Famous doon, no? You want to get to heaven? Yun sad po yun. Kasi pag sila ng kidney, wala na, no? They're getting 7 years old, 5 years old kidney failure patients. Malaman mo, puro Maggi instant, hindi naman Maggi, puro noodles, no? Kinakain na umaga, tanghali, gabi. Damage na yung kidney. So, anyway, that's a formula for getting to heaven, no? So, any question po? Okay, you share. Throw it all over the Philippines. Okay, any question about our topic? Yes, ma'am.
About the body scrub with
Lufa. Asol. Yes, we call it the salt glow treatment. Yung asin po, you make it like yung parang kinaskas na yelo. You put water and you start scrubbing it just to open up the pores para mag-exfoliate siya. Gently, gently. For diabetic, be careful, baka masyadong thin yung skin nila, magsugat. So make it really, is parang crushed ice dapat ang consistency. Lagyan nyo ng oil or water just to open it up. No? Then a warm water para medyo mag-open yung pores. Mga spa po, they would know the salt scrub. O gusto nyo apricot scrub?
Social.
Oh, social. Meron pa po. Yes, ma'am.
Can I tell my story?
Sure.
Okay. I'm Lala Merchandani. This is my first time to come here, but I've been taking Life Enzyme together with my husband and my family. And 2010, I noticed my husband has been releasing protein, urinating protein. But as you said, matigas ang mga ulo nila. So, he's under denial. And then, because of his blood pressure and lifestyle as well, and his creatinine started going up until such time, 2014, I really fought with him. So, what happened, I told him that you really have to change your lifestyle, and I'm willing to do for him as long as he has to do, because this is his own body, not mine. He has to cooperate. So what I did, I changed the whole thing. I gave him, I don't know if you're aware of Relief.
Yes.
Okay, I gave him that. I gave him chia seed as well. I gave him Life Enzyme. And I also fixed his stomach, wherein I believe a good gut is a good well-being. I'm into all this health. I'm really a health buff. So what I did, I fixed his stomach with acidophilus. I pumped him so much of this, and then I also gave him ultra enzyme. Ultra, that this is more for digestion. And I gave him this as well. So all this, within 1 month span, everything went down. Everything went down. Even, I also confined him because what happened, I have an equipment for his blood pressure, and I noticed his heartbeat was quite low and the gap was quite far. So nobody noticed that except myself. So I decided to confine him. And the doctors and the nurses were so shocked because I showed them his results 1 month before, and when they got his results, everything just went down. And I just did everything at home. Then now, I brought him to a nephrologist. The first one, I'm not satisfied. I need to know why and this and that. I'm very, I would say, arrogant when it comes to doctors. I fight with them when I don't get the proper answers. So what I did, I transferred again to another one, and I told him, please explain my husband what he really had, because he's under denial. I know what it is, because I do believe when the stain is there, it's unreversible. So then what happened, the doctor explained everything. He was a very good doctor. And he then said he's on the 3rd stage. Since 2010, he has been releasing this protein that's considered. And he also explained that it doesn't mean if your creatinine is down, you're okay, because this is unreversible. So today, as for today, I'm still giving him, and I did my own planning of his diet program. I placed his protein down, more vegetables, more fruits. I made him lose weight. I made him lose 22 pounds in 1 month. And eating right kind of food, and made him eat 5 times with small quantities, and low fat as well. And maybe I can also share some of my secrets, because this will be very good for you people, especially Filipinos. They're very fan of westernized food, salty food, all this crazy food, and especially bulalo, which is very fatty. And so I've been doing low-fat food at home. I can also make adobo myself with low-fat. The secret there is, like, if you have sinigang or bulalo, cook it early morning, and then when it's in the room temperature, remove your meat first, and then have it in room temperature. And then if you really want it fast, that soup, put it in the freezer. You can just imagine, it's like a candle, how thick the fats are. You remove all that, scrape that, defat that. And so what happened, you make that hot, put your meat, put whatever vegetables you have non-fat. low-fat food. And everything, I think you should also go for low-fat mayonnaise, low-fat cheese, everything is low-fat at home. So that's what I do. So then now that he's on third stage, how do I protect and maintain it to make it as is, not to even go up another stage or fifth stage? But I'm just afraid because he's 66 years old by now, and I do believe every time you get older,
Your body goes down.
the function depletes as well. And so baka
That's where raw food comes in. So that's
Yes.
when raw food helps the body reverse aging. So we had patients who are going into more juicing, more raw food juicing, and their hair starts turning black, grains of the eye goes down, they look younger, more energy, more vibrant. That's the secret. It's like having a model of a car, maybe 1980 and 1970. You know, the older cars have thicker walls, you know. They're stronger, better than the new cars. The new cars are disposable, you know. So if you want your body to be like an old car that is strong and tough, take more juices. So yung 80-20, 80% raw food and 20% cooked food is a little bit hard to do. But you can have your cooked food and then start juicing, and so you still can get that 80% thing. Now we have the Life Enzyme that has the enzymes to help unblock certain things. But you're also going to need a vegetable source to help repair. So look for that. Your wife has a raw food vegetable source, right? Sir Jaime, you know? So you may ask him. No, they have other things. So it's a good combination, the Life Enzyme and these other things. Or you can just keep juicing more vegetable. I was surprised with that patient that the ampalaya extract, no, that was drinking, made his CBC go up, repaired his kidneys, and that was fascinating. So there are such, of course we can do the growth factors. In Switzerland, there's a distributor here in the country, one of my colleagues, Dr. Lady, and she's ordering renal kidney extract from sheep, from embryonic extract from Switzerland. Costs about 3,500 pesos. You take it, you can inject it, take it orally. Of course, the drug industry and the doctors don't really like the animal extract. They'd like it to be gotten from the patient who's 65 years old with kidney problem, and they have it brought back. It doesn't work that well. So that's what we're doing. Another group that we're working with is from Canada, and they take the extract. Again, it can be taken under the tongue or injected. So that one we've used in 2003. The kidneys already shrunken, grew back in 4 or 5 months. That was fascinating. So merong ganon. But even if they can, that's about 2,500 pesos. They're super cheap compared to the human stem cell.
But this is 2005 for...
3 times, 4 times a week for about 3 to 6 months.
That holds the...
Well, it stimulates cellular repair.
Okay.
So you have your raw food to help build the building material.
It is on the side. You think the damage that has been there can be corrected?
Yes, that's the purpose of the raw food and the growth factors.
So
It can be reversed. And another one is hyperbaric chamber. You go to V Luna, talk to Dr. Bernardo. They're doing hyperbaric chamber, oxygen compression. You stay there for an hour or so, and we've seen wonders happen with the oxygen bioxydative therapy.
Maybe I should sit down
Say
and talk to you.
yes, something like that. Meron pa po? So the concept of alternative medicine is this. The healthy cell theory says every cell in the body is capable of repairing, duplicating, and regenerating if you give it proper building materials, if the environment is healthy and alkaline, and if you allow it to remove toxins. So that is why we get results, because we do not say, oh, this is irreversible, oh, this is no hope, oh, this guy is dying in 3 months, 2 months, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. If the doctor's mindset is that way, he's not gonna get results. Liver cirrhosis, no, he's going to die. Kidney failure, that's it, irreversible. You know, the body will surprise you. Maybe God will surprise you. Kasi if you attempt great things for God, you're gonna expect great things. And it's Him who created us and sustains our needs. Kaya we believe in something beyond, no? Conventional medicine, if you look at our books, there's nothing there about spirituality, about God or anything, because the belief is man evolved, no? So if that's the case, then you have no hope. But if you believe somebody up there created us and is responsible for us, and we do our part, and that He will do His part, then nothing is impossible. And that's why we got results, because we believe if you are creative and you do your best, and you prepare the ground and plant the seeds, you're gonna get a good harvest, or at least some improvement. Okay? So, wala na po. Maaga tayo natapos. Thank you for listening. God bless.
I hope I'm not talking too much, but I just want to share something. In this world, why we're surviving, why are we living, is because of two things. One is love and one is hope. That's all I can say about this world. Amen.